Hey, what's up everyone? I just checked out Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers, the new movie on Disney Plus, so let's review it. And real quick before you jump in, if you enjoyed the video, as always, don't forget to like and subscribe. It's very much appreciated. You can follow me on Letterboxd, and we can discuss more movies there if you'd like. And I'm also going to keep this video spoiler free because it's the kind of movie that will have some spoilers in regards to like the cameos and stuff like that. So this video will be spoiler free, but anyways, without further ado, let's jump in. So heading into this movie, I really had no expectations. Honestly, a week ago, I didn't even know this movie was a thing, and then I started seeing reviews of it on YouTube and reviews of it on Letterboxd, and it was getting decent reviews. So I was like, okay, I'll check it out, and I'll probably do a review for it. And like, I was not familiar with the original Chip 'n Dale TV show at all. I really didn't know who they were. I know they were like squirrels or something, but I didn't really know much more than that. And in general, with a lot of this older Disney stuff, I'm not very familiar with it. I didn't grow up with a lot of Disney stuff like many people did. So usually I'm not really into when Disney does stuff like this, when they're bringing back old properties. But anyways, the decent reviews for this movie got me intrigued about it. And honestly, having now seen it, this is really just a super original and fun movie that was like way better than what I expected it to be. For starters, this film is really just short and fun. It's only 90 minutes long, which is always a bonus when you have a movie like this because it really just holds your attention easily and you don't really get bored during it. And it's just, this whole movie was so much fun. I'll get into the more specifics of that. But it's hard not to have a smile on your face while you're watching this movie. And like I said, I'm not the biggest Disney fan, and I really enjoyed a lot of the stuff in here where I imagine people who are bigger Disney fans will enjoy this movie even more than I did, because there's so much love for like the Disney properties and even properties Disney doesn't own in this movie, which is really cool. So then the biggest thing in this film that really just made it so wonderful is the world building and the world that this whole film creates, whether it's like the cameos from different universes or different properties that are in this movie. Like I said, some are Disney properties, like I think Peter Pan's in this movie and stuff like that. But there's also cameos from really unexpected characters and different animated characters that were really unexpected and are really fun and make it really interesting. And this whole movie is really like a love letter to animation and the different eras of animation. And you see just so many different styles and eras of different animation. Like they bring up like the Polar Express style of animation, which is really funny, where it's like motion capture. So it really goes throughout like the history of animation, and they're really clever with it. And if you've seen like the trailer, like Chip 'n Dale, one of them's like classic 90s animated and one of them's like very modern, kind of like CG live action animated, which is really cool how they worked both those characters into the same shot and really blended them together to make it really feel unique and distinct. And the animation in this film is just wonderful. Like I said, there's a lot of like different styles of it, but it's really just, if you like animation, you're really going to like this film. It's easily one of the most like original animated movies I've seen in a while. It's just a very ingenious concept that works so well and really was unexpected. And it's not something I realized would have worked so well, but I'm glad it did. I think it's comparable to like what Shrek did with like fairy tales, and how in Shrek you kind of have this world where all like the fairy tale characters kind of just live together and you get a lot of like humor and stuff like that. And regarding that, this is very much the same thing, but with like Disney characters and other animated characters all living in this like kind of Hollywood-esque town. It's not super clear on exactly where it is or what it's doing, because there are humans in this world, which is a little weird. I wish they would have explained why humans are there and what they do. I don't know if they're supposed to be normal humans or like they're this world's humans. Anyways, regardless, this movie is a lot of fun, and the cameos in this film will easily keep you entertained as there's so many different ones. I'm sure you can find a video breaking down every single one in the movie, because there's just so many different cameos, different characters. I'm going to keep it spoiler free because there's a lot of really surprising ones that are a lot of fun. But easily that was just the most entertaining part of this film, and surprisingly it was so much fun to just watch as different characters showed up, and it was really funny. A lot of them are very surprising. It really kept this movie humorous throughout. And along with that, this movie is directed by Akiva Schaffer, who's very much like a comedy director. He directed Hot Rod, which I watched for the first time last year, which is another funny movie. But like, so there's a lot of humor in this film that will work, I think, for all audiences. There will be some definitely more adult humor scenes, as well as I think kids will very much enjoy this film. So the humor, I think, really works on all levels. The overall story of this movie was good. It's pretty much Chip 'n Dale kind of like rebuilding their friendship from the 90s while they're trying to go rescue their friend, as he's going to be like copied or something like that. That worked for me. It was fun. It definitely isn't the strongest aspect of this film. It's definitely like kind of, they needed a story to carry what was going on in this film with this world. The world is definitely going to be the biggest standout that people love about this film. The story isn't anything spectacular. It's pretty simple. It allows for a lot of great emotional, like Chip and Dale moments, and it really allows for both those characters to flourish together. It allows for a lot of fun and a lot of adventure, as well as like mystery noir stuff towards the beginning. So overall, the story worked. Like I said, it's just not the strongest aspect in this movie, I think. The one last note on this movie is I'm really excited for the future of animation that this movie could bring. As I mentioned, this is a very original animated film that really came out of nowhere for me, at least, and I'm really excited to see where this goes, whether we get a sequel for this movie or Disney does something to build on what this movie did with this kind of like Hollywood animation world, which was so much fun to watch. And really, this movie gave it a lot of life and a lot of flavor to keep it interesting and add all these different like areas of the city where different certain types of animation are hanging out and stuff like that. It was really cool. I'm really excited to see where this will go in the future, if they do a sequel or not, whatever. But anyways, I do really enjoy what they did here, and I think it definitely opens up possibilities of what we could see in the future. So overall, like I said, Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers is a huge surprise for me. Literally had no expectations or hype for this movie. Like I said, didn't even know it was coming out a week ago. But checked it out on Disney Plus, and it was really great, really original, and really unique, and I had so much fun watching. It's very funny, it's very entertaining, there's lots of adventure, there's lots of mystery in this film, and it really works on so many levels. And I really just think it's a really good surprise for the year 2022. So I'm going to give Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers a 4 out of 5 and an 82%. Highly recommend you check it out, especially if you're into Disney, different Disney properties and stuff like that. I think you really could enjoy this one. There's a lot of stuff I really liked about it. And like I said, I'm not the biggest Disney fan out there compared to a lot of other people. So if I enjoyed it, I really think if you really like a lot of the 80s, 90s Disney stuff, you really could have a good time with this movie. So anyways, that's going to do it for my review of Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers. As always, thanks so much for watching. Follow me on Letterboxd if you want. My link will be in the description. I post my reviews for all movies I watch, not just new ones. So you can check that out if you want. As always, thanks so much for watching, and have a great day.